So guys, welcome to the channel again. So in today's video I'm going to talk about supply and demand zone. Okay, so where to buy and where to sell on a demand or on a supply zone. So let's go into the charts and I show you. So the market moves like this in uptrending move. The market move like this, forming a higher low and a higher high. Okay, so when market is moving like this, forming a higher high and a higher low. So a demand zone is a is a zone where the market has formed an imbalance, has moved past its original position. As when market is moving in an uptrend, it, it has formed some sort of imbalance at this point, here. So at this point we shall look for a buy opportunity. I may not explain this concept in full in details, but at least you can get something from it. Okay, so from here, when you see an imbalance here, we consider this point at the lower to be a demand zone. A demand zone is a point whereby big banks and those big boys have their pending orders seated at this point. Okay, so they tend to push the market at a very high pressure to the upside. Okay, so that's a demand zone, leaving a area of imbalance. So in future we are looking forward for this imbalance to be filled. So this market, we are looking for it to come back again and fill this imbalance and activate our demand zone. Then we take our buy trade. Okay, for example, from here, as you can see, the market came back and we are looking for buy opportunities. This is an SMC concept for most people use. Okay, so when the market is in an downtrend, we say we are looking for a for supply zone. Okay, a supply zone. A supply zone is a zone whereby the market has been moved, leaving behind some sort of leaving behind the imbalance, and now that's the point where we shall mark our supply zone. Okay, so we are waiting for this market to come back and react to this supply zone, and now we took our sell position to the downside. This is simply the way that this market supply zones, in other time it acts as a resistance, and demand zones sometimes it acts as a support. Okay, for some instance. So let's go to the live market example and I show you. Let's go and see if you can get a live market example. Where is it? So let's look at GBP USD. This is it. So this GBP JPY, USD JPY. So this is GBP USD. Let's look at the live market example. So as you can see, this market was moving in an uptrend. Okay, was in an uptrend. Okay, so as it was moving in an uptrend, it formed here some sort of let me draw for you. So this market formed a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, and then higher high. From here we are seeing some sort of consolidation. So upon this consolidation, all this push to the upside, we have we have some sort of, we have here, from here we have this demand zone here. This is a very good demand zone. Because from here you can see there's this imbalance, this whole imbalance that the market will eventually come to fill. So we are going forward and draw our demand zone. So let's draw our demand zone where the market will eventually come and fill. So from this point, this demand zone, as you can see, this demand zone has given us a very good confidence that it is the valid demand zone. Okay, so as you can see, the market came here and it bounces up. Okay, so again from here we have also this demand zone, whereby at the moment where market came back, when you miss this opportunity, you could again look for your entry. So from here, what you could do, you could take your short position from this point. Of course, we shall go down to a lower time frame so that you can execute this trade and to catch up this whole move. You what you will target, this lower low point here that you will target, or you can even target this point, because this is a 4-hour time frame and this is a very many pips that you could have catch, if 100 and above pips. So that's a very valid demand zone. Again from here, this is also another demand zone. This is also another demand zone. From this point, this is a valid demand zone. As you can see, market came back here. The market came back at this point and it bounces up. When it reached here, this was like a supply zone. I will show you this example of supply zone later. This was supply zone that acted as a resistance that the market didn't respect, and it break and form a support again. But market came up to this supply zone here and reacted to this supply zone. So before you take any trade, you should look for confirmation on a lower time frame before taking a trade. For example, from here, someone could say that this was a valid supply zone. Of course, you could cut these pips from here to here. You could have cut these pips from here up to this point. You could have catch these pips, but in a long run, the market didn't respect this point. Let me see, but these are very good pips also to catch. About 50 pips, you could catch 50 pips, but it's not a valid, because this was just like fake out to so that most of retailers and new buy could enter into the market, and eventually they will get stopped out at this point here. So you should wait for your confirmation before taking a trade, because this market came and react to this supply zone here, to this supply zone. As you can see, it reacted and went down, and even continue going up. So let's look at another examples. Let's look into other examples. From here you can see this was a very good demand zone too. This was a very good demand zone that market reacted onto it. Very valid demand zone. This you consider this red candle before the bullish movement to the upside. As you can see, could cut this move from here up to the upside. Could cut this move, all this move up to the upside. A demand zone, you consider demand zone when you want to buy your market, and you consider supply zone when you want to sell the market. So let's look at a supply zone. Let's look at supply zone in the market. Of course, this works perfectly in all time frames. Okay, So but I'm just showing you on a 4 hour because it's not a real market example. It's not a real market example that I'm showing you. It's not a real market example. Okay, so from here, this is 4 hours. Okay, this 4 hour time frame. I want to look for a valid supply zone. We are looking for a valid supply zone. Let's go down to 15-minute time frame so that most of you could not, so that you don't say that it only works on in one time frame. So from here I can see a very valid supply zone. This was a very good supply zone, but not perfect. I just want to show you the perfect one. The perfect one. Okay. This was a supply zone that was not respected. This was a supply zone that was not respected. Market moved to the upside again. So there is a supply zone here, guys. There is a supply zone here. This is a valid supply zone. Supply zone. This, as you can see, there is an imbalance here. So this was a very good supply zone. This was like a breaker block, even like a breaker block. So we mark all this. For me, I could mark all this. If you don't know so much of SMC, this was like a breaker block. Okay, so the market came and boom, it pushed to the downside. So that's, I will not, I don't want to go deep into this video, but that's all about this video. We are all trying. Don't comment bad about this video. I'm not that perfect when it comes to SMC, but I'm just trying to show you some basics. This is not whole the whole video of SMC and supply and demand, but the basic here that I'm trying to show you is that when on a supply zone, it's like a resistance. You sell when the market is up, and on a demand it's like a support. You buy when the market is at it down position. You consider buying. Okay, so that's all about the video. Don't judge me wrong. So because SMC is not my thing, but at least I haven't gone into it, but have tried. Okay, so that's all about the video. Make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of content. Yeah, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, bye.